This is Andrew Bosin. I'm a SaaS lawyer in New Jersey, just across the river from New York City. Represent SaaS startups, entrepreneurs, vendors all over the US. I draft everything from your terms of service and privacy policies to your customer agreements, SLAs, and reseller agreements. This video is about free SaaS agreement templates, do-it-yourself templates, grabbing a SaaS template off the internet. So I'm not a big fan of free SaaS templates. While the agreement that you find online while doing a Google search or on one of the well-known websites for SaaS that offers a template agreement for sales, while that might be great for the company that put it on the internet or the website that put it up, it might be great for certain companies. It might not be great for you. It might not provide enough liability limitations. It might not provide enough warranty limitations. A lot of these agreements are very bare bones. They protect you just enough, but they don't add or have enough of the protective language or descriptive language that I put in my client SaaS agreements. And, I've built 2 SaaS companies. I've been a lawyer for 30 years. I've been an entrepreneur and a tech attorney for the last 12 years. And my agreements are very protective, but they're also written in very plain English. I try to define my terms very well. So if I use the word services throughout the agreement, it means services. My agreements will really protect your IP, your software, things that you're not going to find in these DIY SaaS template agreements are things such as derivative works. What if a client is somehow able to create a derivative work or reverse engineer your software, even though they're not supposed to, and they create a derivative work? What if a client comes to you after signing the agreement and says, I want you to create a derivative work of your software. I want a statement of work. I want to create a single sign-on. I want to create something that's unique to my company, and I want to own it, and I want to own all the intellectual property. Well, in my SaaS sales template agreement, that's already spelled out. The SaaS vendor owns all the intellectual property, no matter if it's just the plain old SaaS application or a derivative version of the SaaS software. I pay attention to a lot of pragmatic legal issues that I've dealt with as a business attorney, a litigator, a SaaS entrepreneur, and a technology attorney. You're not going to find a lot of this language in a do-it-yourself SaaS sales template agreement. The other thing also is that, I always say you get what you pay for. So you grab one of these agreements off the internet, great. What do you do with it? I mean, you're not a lawyer, just like I'm not a software developer, I'm not you, I didn't create what you've created, I do what I do, but you're not a lawyer, so what do you do with it? How do you know the agreement protects you? How do you know the other side's not gonna get the agreement and tweak it a little bit and make it better for them? How do you know that you have all the language that you need in it to protect your company? Who's going to explain the terms to you? I can't tell you how many times a very smart developer or entrepreneur has said to me, what does indemnification mean? There are terms that you might think mean one thing, but they mean another. So I guess, what I'm trying to say is if you're going to use a SaaS sales template that you find on the internet, there's a Latin term you learn in law school. It's called caveat emptor, which means buyer beware. It means nothing is free. You're not going to get a lawyer to explain what the terms mean. You're not going to get a lawyer to review the agreement and tell you if it's good or bad. And you're not going to have a lawyer revise and review the agreement and add the terms that are necessary to protect you. If you want a very well-written, plain English, protective SaaS sales agreement template that you can use over and over again, please call me, Andrew Bosin, SaaS lawyer, no matter where you're located, 201-446-9643.